Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy, crazy world. Now, as you can see by the title, this is going to be a video on Raquel Leviss, Ariana Madix, and Tom Sandoval and their ongoing lawsuit due to the breakdown of this affair on Vanderpump Rules, okay? Now, if you don't know, Raquel, who is the one who cheated with Tom Sandoval on her good friend Ariana Madix for a months-long affair, okay? Months-long. The one with the short brown cut, if you're coming in fresh. With the short brown cut, she was good friends with Ariana with the short blonde cut, who has a boyfriend of 9 to 10 years, Tom Sandoval. And Raquel, short brown cut, entered into an affair with Tom Sandoval. They entered into an affair together behind Ariana's back. And this all broke down on Vanderpump Rules. Cameras were up and ready, and we saw it all, okay? So now, months later, Raquel decides she wants to put up a lawsuit against Tom and Ariana. Now, when I first initially heard about this lawsuit, I was like, this chick is off her freaking rocker, okay? She entered into this relationship with Tom knowing that her good friend Ariana was in a relationship with Tom for years, like 9 to 10 years, y'all. Like, this is not like, oh, some puppy love relationship. No, 9 to 10 years. And she inserted herself into this by choice. And then you're going to then sue the girl that you essentially blew up her life and not took her man, because no man can be taken, but entered into a relationship with your friend's boyfriend of 9 to 10 years, and you're going to put a lawsuit against her? That's insane to me. It's still insane to me. I would completely understand if she went after Tom Sandoval, because at the end of the day, he was the one who took the recording of the FaceTime that eventually ended up being his demise. But he took that screen recording of a FaceTime he was having with Raquel that was intimate in nature, and he had it in his phone. That's wrong. If there was no consent there, if Raquel did not know, that is definitely wrong on Tom Sandoval's account, all right? It eventually happened that Ariana was at a show and Tom's phone fell out of his pocket. She picks it up. Women's intuition tells her to look in the phone. She goes into it and ends up finding this FaceTime recording of Raquel in this intimate moment, okay? And of course, freaks the fuck out, as any girl would, when she finds out that her man of 9 to 10 years is cheating with her good friend, all right? She ends up sending this recording to Raquel, and I guess it would have been off of Ariana's phone. So I guess Ariana would have had to send the video to her phone. So that is sending of that graphic video of Raquel to Ariana's phone. Ariana then messages Raquel and is like, "You're dead to me," with the video. Okay, so that is 2 moments of Ariana sending this graphic video. However, I feel like in a moment like that, when you're realizing what the fuck these 2 people who were supposed to be like 1 and 2 of the closest people to you, your good friend, okay, who she defended a lot in season 9 before everything came out, and your man of 9 to 10 years. I'm sure her head was fucking spinning, all right? I don't know what I would have done in that fucking situation, okay? But I do think that sending your good friend the video of them, video proof of you knowing, of like letting them know what they did, I feel like potentially I would have done that. So that's why I kind of feel like I have sympathy for Ariana, because if I'm being honest, I could see myself doing that and not think of it being revenge P. It's just simply letting this girl know, like, I know what the fuck you're doing. I know what the fuck you did. Now, I will say, if Ariana then took that video and was showing her friends and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 and transferring and sending it to her friend here and sending it to her friend there, that's wrong. Same as Tom even taking the recording of the FaceTime to begin with. That's wrong. But I feel like the courts will make possibly an exception if it was like Ariana sending it from Tom's phone to her phone. So she like has that proof of her man cheating. So he can't be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. And then sending it then to the girl who is her good friend so that she knows, hey, I know that you were just having an affair with my man. I think the court may make exception for that because that's just effing wild. Like, so again, I understand Tom being charged with this in this lawsuit. Yes, go get your bag, get your money off of him. I know it must be hard seeing Ariana on Love Island doing phenomenal, looking phenomenal, seeing her get all of these deals and different brand deals and opportunities, Broadway, what have you, all for the fact that you were cheating on her man. I know that has to eat her alive. And the fact that Rachel Rocky decided not to go on to the last season of Vanderpump, which really could have helped her potentially and really rounded out this story, but she chose not to go on to the season, which potentially she may regret because she sits on her podcast and like talks about this and rehashes it that like all the time. And she could have went on the season and got paid and potentially made the same brand deals or, however they would have painted her. I don't know if production would have really given her the best edit, but she could have potentially tried to tell her story in some way. And in the same token, make a bag like Ariana did. So she chose not to do that. Instead, she took time away. Hold on one moment. She took time away. She had to go to a rehab, and then she decided to come back and do this lawsuit, not against just Tom Sandoval, but against Ariana as well. The woman, her good friend with whom she entered into a relationship with her boyfriend of 9 to 10 years knowingly. Insane. So now we are in July, and Raquel is making new statements because Ariana, as expected, has sent in for dismissal of this whole thing because why should she be charged in this situation if it was that she just simply sent the video from Tom's phone to her phone as proof and then sent it to her phone to Raquel's phone as I know what the fuck you did. If it stopped there, I get it. But there's contradictory thoughts in what actually went down. So I'm sure in this investigation, it'll hash out what actually took place. So now Raquel is responding to the dismissal. So now Raquel is responding to Ariana's request to have this dismissed, okay? And before we get into that, it's so ironic. And honestly, it's not ironic. It's unfair and it's a double standard because right now, if you don't know, Kenya Moore is likely off of the new season and seasons to come of Real Housewives of Atlanta due to accusations of revenge PORN. Now, we haven't really got the full details of what took place. Like, we have not seen this image, but Kenya is saying that she has not engaged in any revenge PORN. Okay. However, it's being said that at an event, this image was shared of one of the newbies, Brittany Edie, in a manner that could be considered revenge PORN. And due to an investigation and to some disagreements between Bravo and Kenya, Kenya's no longer on the show. But it's believed that Kenya may be trying to do a lawsuit against Bravo, as many other former housewives have done, to say that there's some type of discrimination going on because, here we are, I'm talking about Tom Sandoval and Ariana in this revenge PORN case against Raquel, and they're still on the show. They haven't gotten any type of punishment or, grief from Bravo. I'm sure they're going to be invited back to do a new season if that's what Bravo decides they want to do. So there's a double standard there. So let's look at what Raquel, Rachel, Rocky has to say in opposition to Ariana wanting this whole thing just dismissed. Apparently, it is causing Raquel emotional distress and loss of self-esteem, she says in a new court declaration. Ugh, I just honestly, none of this would be happening if Tom and Raquel didn't start this freaking affair. Take some accountability. And I feel like that's what frustrates me with Raquel is I don't feel like she's taking accountability, because even I saw another article where she's saying Tom wore her down. And it's like, you did have some type of wherewithal into what you were doing. You know right from wrong. You're not this little innocent puppy who, some bimbo who has no clue what was happening. Oh my God, I didn't realize I was having this affair. Oh my God, I didn't know that Ariana was my good friend and that this was her boyfriend of 9 to 10 years. Oh my goodness. It's just so weird that she's doing this way, especially against Ariana. So Raquel is blaming her Vanderpump Stars co-star Ariana Madix for playing a role in her experiencing severe emotional distress. Again, you wouldn't be in this emotional stress if you hadn't entered into this affair. She's slamming Ariana's efforts to escape her invasion of privacy lawsuit. In Touch has exclusively learned. Apparently, In Touch obtained the emotional declaration. Raquel, 29, filed as a part of her ongoing lawsuit against her former co-stars, Ariana, 39, and Tom Sandoval. I did not know Ariana was 39. In the shocking suit, Raquel admitted she had an affair with Tom, 39, while he was in a long-term relationship with Ariana. She accused Tom of secretly recording explicit FaceTime calls they had, which is wrong, okay? That's wrong on Tom's part. Ariana found the sexually charged clips on Tom's phone, which led to the breakup. Raquel accused Ariana of sharing the videos with third parties to humiliate her. Well, honey, this whole situation for Ariana, having this friend, Raquel, that she was defending kind of heavy, for real, in season 9, be cheating with her man. That's humiliating, Raquel. So, I mean, come on. I don't understand how Raquel has no grace to just take Ariana out of this. Go after Tom. You ruined this girl's life. Now, who knew that Ariana would then blossom from all of this and have all of these opportunities and is now thriving? Who knew? But initially, you fucked up her whole life. You fucked it up. So I don't understand why Raquel's not having any grace in that and is going after her and is trying to say, oh, Ariana humiliated her, when you're literally... Anyway, Tom slammed the lawsuit. He denied all allegations of wrongdoing, which is completely whack, Tom, because you took the recording without permission, and accused his ex-fling of bringing the lawsuit to extend her 5 minutes of fame. Last month, a judge shut down Tom's motion and allowed the claims against him to proceed. Yeah, because he took the video recording. Ariana demanded all claims against her be thrown out, which I kind of agree about, unless, as I've already previously stated. She denied having shared the video with anyone, so that is Ariana's story. She's saying that she did not share it with anyone. She said she found the videos on Tom's phone. She watched them alone in the bathroom. She says, I did not send the videos to anyone else, nor did I share, display, or show the videos to anyone else. Ariana said in a declaration filed in the case, "To be clear, I only saw the video of Raquel masturbating in places secluded from others." So she didn't watch this whole video like with her friends standing behind her gawking at it and like snickering and everything like that, to where Raquel would feel humiliated. She watched it alone and didn't send it to anyone else. That is Ariana's story. And if that's what it is, I really feel as if it should be okay for Ariana to be dismissed from the situation. It's kind of feeling like Raquel is directing this and going after Ariana like out of jealousy. I feel like there's like this obsession. It's just like you already, I don't like saying took, but you already went after your good friend's man, had an affair with him for months behind her back, and like now you're trying to sue her on top of that. Like, at what point is too much? I just don't get it. As In Touch first reported, Raquel's legal team slammed Ariana's attempt to escape the lawsuit. Although Ariana attempts to recast the lawsuit as an attack on her right to speech freely on matters of public concern, there is no such thing. Maddox does not have a free speech right to break into the phone of her boyfriend and siphon away non-consensual pornographic materials. Well, then a lot of people are going to be in fucking trouble, because a lot of women have, in this lawyer's words, broken into their boyfriend's phone. Okay. Now, I cannot believe, if they're hearing Ariana say, "I did not send this shit to anybody else," that the courts are going to take the side of Raquel in this. Because we've all fucking been there. If you're a woman, if you're a man, whatever, I feel like we've all fucking been there in this situation where we've found a significant other cheating. The jury or judge is going to understand Ariana's side, I feel. I really, really do, because this is just so crazy. So siphon away non-consensual pornographic materials, nor does she have legal right to disseminate such material to menace and terrorize. Raquel's powerhouse lawyers, Mark Garagos and Byron Friedman, argued. Raquel filed her declaration detailing her side of things. She explained she made her first appearance on Vanderpump in 2016 due to her relationship with another cast member, James Kennedy. Raquel said after her breakup, she became increasingly isolated. Yes, because nobody really wanted to do much with you, I guess, at that point. She said, "I began to confide in Sandoval, who had been in a relationship with Maddox since 2014, and lived with her in Valley Village, California. Over time, we became increasingly close and began to rely on him for emotional support." Why are you relying on another girl's boyfriend for emotional support like that? Like, it's just, that's too much. "He, in turn, began to confide in me about the dire state of his relationship with Maddox," which is just wrong on Tom's part, because why are you talking about your relationship with another woman like that? Describing it as a partnership relationship and casting it in as foregone. "I viewed Sandoval as a close confidant and friend, our relationship as platonic. It became increasingly clear, however, that Sandoval had different intentions." Sandoval had different intentions, not Raquel. Raquel had no part in any of this. "By the summer of 2022, Sandoval had worn down my defenses." Oh, girl, what was he doing to wear you down? We started sleeping together in August and continued so throughout the early months of 2023. "Our sexual encounters were not filmed or recorded as part of Vanderpump Rules and did not take place in the presence of any other person," she said. But it did take presence in Ariana and Tom's home, apparently, which is just so disgusting. "During this time, Sandoval and I regularly communicated privately in real time via video conference on FaceTime and sometimes sexually. All of these communications were confidential, and I had every reason to believe they would remain confidential," which, I mean, that's I'll give her that. You would expect your FaceTimes to be a confidential act between two people. Sandoval never asked permission to record them. Therefore, Sandoval should be the one in this lawsuit and not Ariana, in my opinion. That's me adding my 2 cents. So he didn't ask permission, and Raquel was not aware he was doing so. Had he asked, I would have said no. If I had known he had done so in any way, I would have been furious and demanded he delete them, rightfully so. Under no circumstances would I have consented to being recorded naked. Raquel detailed Ariana texting her that she was dead to her after finding the videos, which I feel like is a valid response. I mean, Raquel's lucky that's all Ariana said to her. She continued, from the tone and tenor of Ariana's message, it was clear she was fiercely angry. You think? Raquel is fucking tripping. Like, they cannot let Raquel get away with this on Ariana's point. Like, they just cannot do it. Go after Tom, please, all day. Take his fucking money. But they cannot let this girl do this against Ariana. That's just not right. It was clear she was fiercely angry. No shit. Given the circumstances, I was not surprised at her anger, but I was extremely alarmed and fearful about her intentions given the course of conduct she had evidently embarked on. Yeah, being fucking pissed off because she found out her good friend was cheating with her boyfriend. Yeah, you're gonna go to your other friends and let them know, hey, this girl who was friends with all of us actually is a traitor and did like the ultimate betrayal by sleeping with my man. Yeah. So, I mean, if that's the course of conduct she embarked on, then okay, Raquel. This is so weird. It's just so weird. Raquel said it is not just that Maddox had discovered the recordings and confronted me about their contents. If that were all that happened, Maddox would not have been named in this lawsuit. And this is what Raquel is saying happened. But that is not all that happened. In her own sworn testimony, Maddox acknowledges that she stole and disseminated them. She distributed the recordings from their original source on Sandoval's phone to herself and to me at minimum. Okay, so Raquel is really trying to only go at Ariana from sending the phone from Tom's phone to her phone and then to Raquel. She's really trying to come at her for this. Oh, this is good. She has nothing. I'm so sorry. I thought she was trying to claim that she had proof that Ariana had sent it to like her multiple friends and this and other. Then I was like, okay, maybe she has something. But no, she's really trying to go off of solely the fact that she took the phone, or in Raquel's words, stole the phone and then sent it from Tom to Ariana to Raquel. Please. Please. Oh my goodness. Like, why would she's really an asshole for this. She's truly an asshole. The Vanderpump Rules alum said, from the time of Maddox's disclosure, I had been battling dark and disturbing thoughts. Then you shouldn't have fucking okay, let me stop. My mental health was an absolute shambles. How do you think Ariana's mental health was finding out her relationship of 9 to 10 years was over? Like, over. Yes, they were having issues. Yes, there were some difficulties, all that and whatnot, but it was actually over once this took place. So Raquel saying she was in shambles and knew that she needed urgent psychological help. She had to enter a 3-month program at a mental facility, which cost $115,000. Okay, yeah, then Tom pay for it. Have Tom pay for it. Tom, cut the check. You're over there in Scotland doing traders. Cut her the check for the $115,000 for her mental health issues and having to go to rehab. I think that's fair. She added, Maddox's implication that my mental health struggles were for a brief in duration or minor could not have been further from the truth. I was in a state of extreme distress as a result of the events described in the lawsuit, and I entered treatment in an extremely dark and scary place mentally. Oh my God. All of which was upon your own fault, Raquel. Had you not made the decision to enter into this relationship with Tom, an affair, then you would not be in a dark, emotional, distressing state and be in rehab. Like, honey, what are you not getting? She's saying her symptoms included emotional distress, physical manifestations such as distress, anxiety, shock, embarrassment, loss of self-esteem, disgrace, humiliation, powerlessness, sleeplessness, nightmares, and loss of enjoyment for life. All of which is upon your own. It's called consequences of your actions. If you hadn't have gotten into the relationship with Tom, none of this would be happening. Like, this is not Ariana's fault. You cannot blame Ariana for you getting into a relationship with Tom. That is completely insane. And I really hope that the courts throw this out on Ariana's point. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't see how she has a leg to stand on when it comes to Ariana in this suit. I just don't. How are you going to blame Ariana for your sleepless nights? You have sleepless nights because you feel guilty for doing something you know you shouldn't have. And now you've potentially ruined your career going forward because now you have like the freaking scarlet A on you because you made these decisions as a grown adult woman. But you're going to say, oh, Tom wore me down. Oh, I'm so distressed because Ariana sent the video of me masturbating on FaceTime with her boyfriend to herself as proof. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. And the fact that she keeps calling it stolen and dissemination is just like, that's reaching. It's such a reach. While I have come a long way since March of 2023, my recovery remains at work and in progress, she said in a declaration dated on June 27th. I can state unequivocally that Maddox's actions, as described above, were a principal contributor to the severity of my emotional distress. The urgency and breadth of my need for treatment were necessitated in particular by Maddox's theft, dissemination, and continued possession of the illicit materials. Now, I hope at this point that Ariana has deleted this, that she has gotten rid of this video of Raquel. At this point, there's no longer a need for it. We all know that Ariana sent the video from Tom's phone to her phone and sent it to Raquel. So we know kind of the contents. There's no need for Ariana to have it. So if it's still in her possession, I could see some type of agreement being, okay, let's get in the room. Let me see with my eyes that you've deleted it. You've deleted it out of your deleted. Okay, Tom, pay for the fucking $115,000 for the rehab and call it dead. Like, this is just so whack of Raquel, Rachel, Rocky. Apparently, a judge has yet to rule on Ariana's motion, so I will be definitely on top of that and seeing what comes of it, because I just can't believe that Raquel is going after Ariana like this. Like, girl, this was your friend. Like, is Raquel forgetting this? Like, Ariana was Raquel's friend. Ariana defended Raquel when people were coming after her, like Katie and Lala and stuff like that. Ariana defended her. For Raquel to just turn around and then go and sleep with her boyfriend for months and then be smiling and cheesing all up in Ariana's face like they're good. Could you imagine? And then goes and turns around and sues Ariana because she's upset that she sent the video off of her boyfriend's phone to herself as proof, and then to her good friend, who she just found out was cheating with her man, to say, you're dead to me, and left it at that. Wow. Raquel, please, please, if you have any heart, if you have any grace, if you have any decency, I feel like you need to drop this with Ariana. Because you already have a bad look as it is of having done this to begin with, behind your friend's back, and then to go and sue her on top of that for some frivolous shit is an even worse look. So I'll keep you updated on this, on what the judge decides. I hope he decides to have rules to dismiss this in Ariana's favor because it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But I will see you guys in another video.